And then they'll put that on the website at some point.
So do you go to their website here to
Yes.
get this? Because I can't come
Yeah.
next week on Tuesday.
Yeah, you can do, and you can watch it
All of a
anytime.
sudden, you went by me the other day. It was like, wait a second, that was Jerry.
When was this?
On Facebook, one day last week, because I was just sitting there,
Oh.
messing around on Facebook, and all of a sudden, oh my God, that was Jerry. Let me go back and see if I can find him again.
Well, sometimes you'll be on Facebook and then you go out, and then you come back and you can't find the thing you were looking at. It's like gone.
All the time.
But anyway, so welcome. Thanks for coming today. We'll get going with the Wu Ji stance. And your feet are shoulder width apart. Anywhere from where the outside of your shoulder comes to the outside of your feet. Notice my feet are right below my hips here. They can even be wider. You don't want to go too wide. I would limit, the widest you'll go is where the outside of your shoulder comes down to the inside of your foot. So somewhere in that range. You just don't want to be too narrow. See how my legs go in? Because you won't have a very solid base under you. And just let your feet be whatever feels appropriate. If you bend your knees, the knees always want to point in the direction of the toes. And you can tell they're doing that because when you bend your knees, you'll feel the weight stay on the whole foot. If you bring your knees together, feel it go on the instep. If you take your knees out, you feel it go on the outside. You want to avoid those. So we're standing, weights evenly distributed on each foot, as close as you can get to 50-50. Relax your lower back. Relax your shoulder blades. Let your belly and chest relax in and down. Your chin is level and the top of your head. So a little back from the center, sort of the high point, pulls you up a little or pushes you up. But everything else relaxes down. So when you stand taller, don't go into a military type, attention stance. Everything stays relaxed downward and you just sort of lengthen slightly as your head goes up. When you relax, you'll open up the joints. Just feel like you're sort of filling out a little. And observe your breathing. So take just a few moments here and just breathe. Bring your hands a little forward, let the elbows go out, just like this. Like you've got a load of laundry. Going to carry it downstairs. Let your fingers and wrists relax. Arms, but keep your shape. Notice if you're clamping, you just want to let it relax. And if you relax, notice what happens. Go ahead and tense your hands up. Feel how the tension goes up your arms into your chest. And then when you let it go, it all goes away. Breathe and relax. Now let your hands float up out from your upper chest. Let your elbows and don't let your shoulders come up. Let them go down. Take your attention to the top of your head. Relax your scalp, forehead, temples, back of the head, cheeks, jaws, neck, shoulders, out your right arm, relax out to your fingertips, and then back up your right arm across your chest, out your left arm to the fingertips, just almost like a wave of relaxation, ironing everything out. Back up to your shoulders, down your back, shoulder blades, middle back, lower back, belly, hips, calves, feet. Just take your attention to your whole body, relaxed but tall. Turn your palms forward, let your elbows come in. Imagine you're pushing, and that push, don't do it, but just visualize how the push comes from your feet, and the power comes up your body and out your hands. Or someone takes their hands and pushes them against your hands, and if you get stiff, you'll go backwards. But if you relax and let that power go through your body down to your feet, you can stay tall. Let your hands go down like you're going to play a piano. Right there. Imagine playing the most beautiful piece of music. And now your arms go down about 45-degree angles, palms forward. Something wonderful is coming your way and you're ready to embrace it. Or you're sending out love and kindness and openness. And then let your arms come down. Take a breath in. Stand tall and just visualize a wave of relaxation passing through your body. Take another breath. Imagine gathering in energy, guiding it through the top of your head, filling your whole body. Take one more breath and bring your attention to right here and right now. Good. All right, you can just step it out a little, shake it out. All right. So, back to the Wu Ji stance. So once again, whenever Wu Ji, we just come to our stance, stand tall, relax down and breathe. And it can finally become a habit. So it's sort of like you're adjusting your posture and your approach by being relaxed, open, tall. Bring your hands up over your head, palms together. Relax your shoulders. And then as you breathe in, stretch. Imagine your fingertips are pulling you tall. And as you breathe out, just relax your shoulders, your whole body. Again, inhale. Exhale. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Let your arms come all the way down. And let's gather the energy, bring it to your center, and sink to your dantian, which is right down here. Just imagine, let's try it again. You bring energy into yourself, and then just feel it sink right here, so you're kind of like just getting a little heavier down in your lower area. Okay, now we'll step a little wider. Feel your body being vertical. You got this vertical axis, and you can rotate on that axis a little. Okay, so now shift your weight, bend your left knee just a little. And then back to the center, 50-50, and then 2/3, 3/4, a quarter. So glide between those two. Both feet stay flat on the floor, so don't let the weight roll up on the instep or go too far on the weighted side. Good, come back to the center. Bring your hands in front of you. Shift to your left. Turn just a little and bring your right hand around to your lower back. Your left hand out from your heart. And then you shift to the center, the arms go across. Shift to your right, and it's the opposite. And then back. And back. Be careful of your knees, don't twist them. Just feel the shift. Once more to your left. Once more to your right. And then to the center. Wu Wu-Ji stance. Gather, center, and sink. Bring your arms up, palms up, and your left side's just going to lengthen. Just feel the fingers sort of pulling. Your face stays forward, your ear is pointing toward the floor. And then you turn and look at your right hand, lower your left, and then turn to the front. Bring them up. The other side lengthens. This side constricts. Look forward. And then turn and look at your left hand, lower the right. Repeat. The way it's often done is you'll breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and then breathe out as you turn your head. You can do it whatever way you want. You just need to pause here, just to feel that little stretch on your neck, and then turn and back. Once more. Up. Stretch your right side. Hold it, and then look down and lower your right hand. Good. Gather. Center. Sink. The next one I'll show you a side view. You're gonna straighten your legs. One of the few times we sort of lock the legs out. And you're gonna fold right at the hips. Your hip joint's right here. And you're gonna, if you press there, it'll just go like so. Or you don't need to press. And so notice my back and head are in a line. My hands are lightly resting here. I'm gonna try to lengthen my spine. Top of the head goes forward, tailbone goes back. And then I'm gonna round my back, bend my knees, lower my bottom. Then let your arms go down and stand up. So I straighten the legs, hinge at the hips. Hold that stretch, and then round the back, lower the bottom. Hunker down, and then straighten the legs and come on up. Good. Gather, center, and sink. Step a little wider, bend your knees and lift your arms up, straight up. You're going to breathe in, you're going to stand up a little, and you're going to rotate your whole arm so your palms go up. And then as you breathe out, you bend your knees and rotate so the palms are down. Very good. Gather, center, and sink. All right? The next one is like when we were standing and we cradled here. The arms are going to simply come up and go down. So when you breathe in, they come up. When you breathe out, they go down. But we're going to turn a little this way. Breathe in, turn the other way, and breathe out. So we turn, lift, turn, lower. Let the hands just float up, hardly any effort. One more time, breathing in, turn to the right, lower. Now we're going to breathe in, lift, turn to the left. Now try not to lift your shoulders as you do this. Some of us do this, there's no need for it, just try lifting from the elbows up and up, down. One more time. Up, turn to the center, and push down, gather, center, and sink. Bring your hands up above your head again. This one you simply lower them palms down, lift them up. Good. Now we're going to add something. We're going to rotate our torso, bring your right shoulder forward and lower your hands. And then turn to the front and lift. Turn to the right, lower. To the front, lift. Turn and lower. Up. Last one. Up, out. Oh, that feels good. Gather, center, and sink. We'll step a little wider. This is the last one. This is picking up a stone and building a wall. So you'll cross your arms. Don't worry about breathing, but this can be inhalation, exhalation. Grab the stone, inhale, put it on the wall, exhale. Again, big opening. Keep your back straight, your head up. Use your legs to lift the stone, then your arms, and then place it. The whole image of a stone is just to get your body doing the proper movement, but you don't have to. What we're doing is we're pulling in energy down and then up and then down. One more time. Open. Let's do a couple more. That's just a good one. Then we'll take a little seated break. One more. Gather, center, and sink. And then the Wuji stance. Breathe in, hands come up. This is called clearing. Stand tall, relax down. Take another breath. Gather in energy, fill your whole body. Take another breath. Bring your attention here. Good, have a seat. I got a chair for you, Cecilia.
Thank you, Jerry.
You're very welcome. Okay, now if you could just stand up. Put the back of your legs against the chair. Now I'm going to just demonstrate from the side. I'm going to find my hip joints. I'm going to push in and down. And when I end up seated, I'm vertical. It's a strong stance. Try that again. This is a good thing to do if you've been working a long time, sitting down working, sewing, working wood carving, on a computer, on your job. Find your hip joints, push in and down, Now if you like, you can sit back, but notice just how your body feels right now. A little more open, a little more vertical, a little more space in all directions. So if you want to use the back of the chair, you can slide back, but try to keep, for a while anyway, this vertical. It requires a lot less energy. I mean, it's sure if you slump down like this, there's no energy, but you also are constricting your organs and anyhow. So here we are. We're going to go through the 5 elements, which is the next Qigong set we do. And so the first element is like this, arms are down. You breathe in, your hands come up in front of your body, and they go out. That's called wood. Let's try it again. Good. The second element is fire. Hands are in front of the chest. They go forward and out, almost like the fingers are pulling them out. And then they come back. Try it again. Bring them in. So imagine a fire spreading out over a field. Last time. So notice how when you open, imagine a book. Let's try this just from here. Imagine you're opening a book, so the spine of the book comes forward. So your spine, your chest opens, shoulder blades go together. Okay, so we'll do it one more time. Fire. Fire then goes into earth. So you bring your hands together. When they're out from your shoulders, you rotate. And your hands are about the width of your head apart. Just don't worry, it's just sort of a guide. You're going to bring them in to your chest and push down. Try that again. Just imagine you're finishing fire, you turn them, bring them in, and reconnect to the earth. Again, so you've done fire, they come in and go down. The next element is metal. And we'll just do this part. You pull metal from the earth, you process it, and here we're just going to, then your hands go forward and you shape it into a tool like a harvest, combine, a hoe. So once again, try that again. So it's, you pull the metal from the earth and turn it into a tool. Try it again. So there's this gathering, this drawing up, compression, there. And the last element is water. Here's the crest of a wave. The wave lands on the beach. The water flows over the sand, and then it flows back into the ocean. We'll go right up here again. So water comes down, out, and back. Try it again. Water, down, out, and so let's do the 5 elements together. Wood corresponds to spring, fire, summer, earth, sort of a spot between summer and autumn. Then there's autumn, which is metal, and there's winter, which is water. So, springtime, wood. Energy rises in the trees, and they bud and leaf and flower. Summer, the heat rises, the fire from the sun spreads over the earth. And then the fire dies out, or night comes. The earth, time of the season when it's all balanced. Metal. Autumn, and then winter, water. And then before we start it all again, we return to the beginning, sort of just that line of demarcation. New Year. Try it one more time. Relax, sit upright, take a breath, and begin. Wood. Fire. Earth. Metal. Water. Return to the beginning. Very good. Well, let's stand up and let's try this. You can just stand in front of your chairs. You don't need to move them unless you'd like to. So, I'll be a mirror image, and we're going to work on the stepping first. So we do this, let me just demonstrate. So it's wood, fire, earth, metal. Notice there's a little bow here. This is the only time that we go away from our vertical and it's that hip tuck, but a lot of us want to drop our chin. Don't drop your chin. Just go like so. Just like that, and then you go like this. So this is all, this move. And then so here's metal, and then water. And then the Wuji stance, and we return to the beginning. So let's look at the footwork. You're going to balance on your right foot and release your left. Now put your left foot back under, Wuji stance. Shift into your left foot and let the weight come off your right. And then back. So just try this on your own, Wuji. So bring your attention back to your body. We're in the Wuji, the top of your head lifts up. And then everything else relaxes down, but there's this intention here. Try to keep that intention of your head going up as you shift and release. And then move the foot back. Notice how that helps you keep balanced on one foot. So this is one of the first things. The stepping is Tai Chi stepping. Will be, but this is a cat stance. So we'll come to the cat stance and pause. Your weight's on your right foot. You're going to touch your left heel. Now, touch your toe. Good. I just wanted to test. Come back to the Wuji step. So what you don't want to do is take too big of a step and fall forward. You want to keep your weight here, even when you move your foot. And then we decide when we're going to shift our weight. So that keeps us in control. This is really good practice for like walking on icy streets and stuff. I'm not going to plop, because then I'm speaking from experience here. So anyway, so we shift into the right foot. Feel your body vertical. Touch your heel. Now you're going to take your attention to your middle. Imagine where your belt buckle is. And that goes forward as you bend your left knee, and you stop right there. So about 2/3 of your weight's here, 1/3 here. And then we shift back, lift the toe, balance on your right foot, bring the foot under, and come back to the center. And then we shift one more time, touch the heel. Now we don't want to wait. Here's where we keep this whole thing straight, and you bend at the hips just like this, just a little. And then here's the fun move. You're going to stand up and bring your belt buckle forward at the same time. And then we shift back, shift forward. This is water and back. try the other side. Shift into your left foot, release the right. So this will be, that was wood, then this is touch the heel, shift forward, here's fire. Shift all the way back, here's earth. Shift into your left foot, touch the heel. Here's where you keep you're just like there's two halves of your body like clapper boards. So this just a little, and then this is coming together as you shift. Then keep your feet flat as we do water, back, forward, and then all the way down. That looked good, everybody. This is the hardest thing is but you can, next time you're at the grocery store,
Duck walk?
clear an aisle real quickly. A lot of people, I just start doing it. So anyway, that's the move. It's just, okay, so let's do the whole thing. Wu Ji stance, 5 elements. Take a breath. Begin, wood. Balance on your right foot, touch your left heel, hands come up. You shift forward, and fire opens, and then closes, turn the palms toward each other. Now earth, we shift all the way back, bring the left foot under, hands go down, it's like you feel yourself reconnect with the earth. Next is metal, once again cat stance, touch the heel. We gather the metal, little tuck, and then the weight shifts as we stand up. Here's the tool, we create a tool. And then winter, here's the crest of the wave lands on the beach. Water spreads out over the sand, flows back into the ocean. We flow back into the Wu Ji stance and return to the beginning. Shift into, nope, we do wood again. And we balance on the left foot, release the right. Shift forward, fire, earth, and connect. Metal, touch the heel, gather, a little tuck, and then you stand and shift forward. Water, return to the beginning. Now I notice that sometimes some of us, and all of us do this sooner or later, you're going to take too big of a step and say you're doing water. And you get here, and you got to push. And then when you push, then you go off balance. What we want to do, we want to have just the right distance. And as you do this more, your strength and balance will improve so you can put it out further. So imagine I'm doing water. But I want to be able to pull my weight here and then move this without having to adjust my balance. Because that's the key thing. We're working mostly on here. So let's try that again. So I want you to do this time. Well, let's just do the bottom half again. Forget the arms. So we've done wood, balance, touch the heel, shift forward, shift back, then metal, little tuck, come forward, then water, you keep your feet flat, shift back, shift forward, and then back. Try the other side. All the way back. Metal. And then water. And then you balance here, lift the toe, pull it in. That's looking better, so just don't try to reach too far. So let's do it one more time, then we'll take a break. Wuji stance, let's take a breath. Find yourself tall but relaxed. Wood. Fire. Earth. Metal. Water. Wuji stance, return to the beginning. Wood. Fire. Earth. Metal. Water. Wuji, return to the beginning. Before we sit down again, there's something I wanted to show you. Now I noticed that some people in this class are extremely brilliant, because when we do this, when I'm doing it, then I'll have you straighten your leg and step. What they do is, on one side's usually better than the other side. One side you're better balanced than on the other. It's just like right-handed, left-handed thing. But I was noticing some people will just shift like this, but won't take the step. They'll just touch the heel and shift forward and shift back, and then can just sort of turn it. And that's really making a good choice, because that is better to go to a cat stance and maybe just touch the heel where it is and shift. So you're just shifting an inch or two. But what you do is when you come back here, you're able to balance and move the leg without having to lose your balance by taking too big of a step. So there's no harm. In fact, it's good to maybe take it easy on these steps, just little steps. And maybe all you do is shift, pivot, and then do this, moving an inch or so. So you can make this as small as you want, all right? So let's keep that in mind. Let's try it one more time. Choose what you think is optimal, but not too much. So you're going to discover yourselves how far you can keep your balance and step. So, Wuji, wood. Balance. Fire. Earth. Metal. And water. Wuji, return to the beginning. Wood. Fire. Earth. Metal. Wu Ji, return to the beginning. Excellent, let's take a break. Oh, it was like to tell the truth. Will the real please stand up? And you can do that without pushing. I mean, eventually you'll know where your hip joints are, and you can just go down and arrive there. Good. And just get comfortable. So now we're going to stay seated and do some Tai Chi movements. But first we're going to just, so if you think about a plane, like this plane, like a wall, the arms can go, just do this movement. And now the other arm. Notice how it's rotating the arm and bending. And then alternating. So they're alternating, so they come up, the other one will be out, your left one, yep. And then it comes over, and this one goes out, comes over. So there, but when it comes down, the other one goes out, turns up. This one goes out. Then relax your hands. So this move can be, is what we do when we do with the move called brush knee. So bring your hand across like this. Bring your left hand up. And now we're going to bring it up right by our head. And we're going to turn and face forward. Your right hand is going to brush over the knee, just go outside the thigh. The left hand's going to push forward, straight out from your shoulder. And then you're going to turn a little to your right, lower your left hand, bring your right hand up, and you're going to brush knee. And then you're going to turn this way. So you see, we're doing the same arm movement, but we're modifying it slightly. And then your right hand goes out, comes up. Your left hand brushes over the knee, push forward. And then turn. Now this can also be repulse the monkey if we push and pull. So this is like a swimming. So both palms up, bend this one in, and push right straight away from your center line. This one comes down, circles over. So it's like a swimming stroke called repulsing the monkey. Yeah. Monkeys are a problem in China at one point. This would be getting the squirrel away from the bird feeder here. Good, and relax. Now, try not to make it too big. See if you can just bring this up. Just this little circle away. Just try this move. So the arm goes out, turn it, just see how it just gently rotates and comes back to my side. Now I'm not going behind, I'm just going out a little, bend it in, out, rotate. Try this, just this gentle little turn. Fair lady palm, remember it's like you're in the rose parade. You're a princess or something, so your hand goes like this. So it comes back, up, out. So if you take it outside, you won't be torquing your shoulder by going too far. You just go up, so it's a smaller circle. Now try the other one. So it comes down, goes up here, in, goes forward, and then just let this circle come back, up. feels so soft. It's almost like you're just pushing your way through a pile of feathers. Now we'll try and see if you can keep that as you alternate. So you can slow down and then it turns. Slow down. Good, and relax your, good. So then another one is your arms go this way. So it's the opposite circle. Before we were going this way. This time we're going this way. Like you were drinking out of a trough or a spring. Good, try the other hand. Up and out. So this is the opposite from what we were just doing. Try alternating. Up, 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 up. This is wave hands like clouds. And if you keep your sit bones in the chair, you can just rotate your spine just gently from side to side. Your arms go with it. Good. Now if you come over to your right side, or like so, pretend you're holding a ball. Your right hand pushes down, your left goes straight out from your chest. Parting the wild horse's mane. Now turn this way, hold the ball. Your left hand goes down your right hand, parting the wild horse's mane. Turn, open. Notice how your shoulder blades have come a little together. Then when you bring the hands in front of you, they go apart. And then they go together. And then they go apart. So you're closing, switch, yep. That's easy to do. Close, open. Chest sinks a little, chest comes up. Parting the wild horse's mane. Excellent, good, that's looking good. Okay, so let's get up one more time. We're going to, you leave your chairs there. We're going to put those together with some stepping. I'll be a mirror image. So we stand in the Wu Ji stance. The opening Tai Chi move is you bend your knees and your arms come up. You bring your hands close and press down to about the height of your belly. You're going to shift into your right foot and release your left. It's just like we were doing with 5 elements. And hold the ball on your right side. Touch the heel, shift, lower your right hand, lift your left. Parting the wild horse's mane. Now we're going to do something different though. You're going to shift your weight a little more forward and bring your rear foot up part way. And then shift into your rear foot into a cat stance again. Bring your left hand into your chest and push down. Your right hand goes out and opens up. White crane flashing its wings. Let's try that again. Bring your left hand across, hold the ball. Touch your heel. Shift, parting the wild horse's mane. Your left hand, your right hand's down here. It's not a stiff arm, just relax. Like you've got a 3-year-old here and you're going, stay with me. Shift your center forward, bring your rear foot up, balance on the rear foot. Block in and down with your left hand, out and up. Good. Now come back to the Wu Ji stance. Shift into your left foot. I'm going to get back so I see my feet. You don't have to. Hold the ball on your left side with your left hand on top. Touch your heel. Shift forward. Part the wild horse's mane. Now relax those fingers. Move your center forward. Bring your left foot up. Balance on the left foot. Lift. Block in and down with your right hand. Out and up with your left. White crane flashing its wings. Looks good. Okay, let's hold the ball again. Left hand on top, touch the heel shift, part the wild horse's mane. Shift forward, half a step, and then balance on your left foot. Block in and down with your right hand, out and up with your white crane flashes. Good. Let's do once more on both sides, and we'll call that good. So these are something you can practice for Tai Chi. So we do the opening. Up, down. Balance on the right foot, hold the ball. Extend it, touch the heel, shift forward, part the wild horse's mane. Shift a little more forward so you can bring your right foot up. Balance on the right foot, block in and down, white crane flashing its wings. Now if you want, you can just turn your arms like this, shift into your left foot, balance and hold the ball. Now we're getting fancy. Step with your right heel, shift, part the wild horse's mane. Shift forward, take a half step, balance on the left foot, white crane flashing its wings. Well, that was so much fun. Come back to the Wu Ji stance, circle your arms, balance on the right side. Step, shift, parting the wild horse's mane. Half step, cat stance on the right foot, white crane flashes its wings. Back to the Wu Ji stance, arms do this circle like a windmill. Step, part the wild horse's mane. Half step into a cat stance, white crane flashing its wings. Good. So there's a little routine you can do if you wanted to practice the first couple Tai Chi moves. And so on. All right. So the last thing we do is we get into a circle. We're in the Wu Ji stance. And then you bring your heels together. So this opens up. But everything else is the same. The top of your head lifts up. Everything relaxes down. Now earlier we were doing something like this where you let your hands just come right here. And they simply, as you inhale, they float up and they float down. So you breathe in, energy rises. Out, it sinks back to your dantian. Up, and then exhale and they go down, out. Come up to shoulder height. If there's any tension in your neck and shoulders, visualize it leaving your body, flowing out your arms and through your fingertips. And then as you inhale, lift your wrists and let your fingertips come together. As you exhale, open the hands and they float down a few inches. So this is called a crane speak, where you touch the fingertips as the wrist lifts. One more, up. And then we let them go all the way down. And now the bird is flying, so our arms. Excellent. And now the next one, the bird lands, so you carefully bend your knees. Stay well within your comfort zone on this one, but try to come up as slowly as you go down. We'll do one more. The next one, we go down like we're going to pick up that stone, but instead we cross our arms, and as we rise, we inhale and shift your weight to one foot. Pause right here. And then go down. and then exhale. Now see if you can, right at this point, smile, because you're so graceful. And then down. Same thing, once again, a smile. And then the last one, we will roll your shoulders forward, shift to one foot, inhale, and if you can, you touch your toe and bring it back. Another good one for practicing your balance. You're trying not to put any weight on that extended toe, though. Excellent. Come back, go to the Wu Ji stance. The last thing we'll do, we'll cross our arms and you just open upward. Inhaling, stand tall and just settle back down into a nice posture. Again. This last time we open up again as we exhale. Imagine smoothing yourself out, sealing in all the energy that you've brought to yourself and shining out. Excellent, everybody. And then we bow and thank everybody. So balance on your left foot. Put your right foot forward. Bring your left hand up. Put your fist in it. And we'll thank everybody because we learn from everyone. So we'll thank Patty. We thank Annette. Thanks, Jean. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you, Sharon.
And thank you, Jerry.
You're welcome. Hope to see you all next time. Thanks for coming.